Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for living fishing and romance. Oh yes.
Out with a good one, and yeah, I caught several fish, but a lot of little ones this morning for some reason. Just couldn't get the big bite. But yeah, caught a few nice ones, but most of them were really small. And like I said, I looked on the fish finder, and the fish just wasn't there like they have been. I even went out in the middle where they was yesterday, and it looks like they had left out there too. So yeah, these fish move around. The spec's move around. And there'll be another bunch come in, you know, and it's just a cycle all winter until clear up to June. I mean, I've seen the best month be March and April. So, yeah. Doing the old decaying pole thing, which, you know, like I always said, I enjoy that. And just, you know. Fish on, guys, fish on. I was watching a couple of them out there trolling. They weren't really doing that well either. I mean, the ones I've seen that's catching was smaller ones, you know. But each day it's going to change. I mean, you know, you're gonna be able to get them, and there'll be more move in. Just this time of year, it just keeps changing. Check that sky out up here. Isn't that beautiful? And coming up here in a minute, check out the sunrise here this morning. It was pretty colorful. It was really pretty this morning. It was 70 degrees this morning, and just no wind. It was really comfortable. Getting another comfortable morning on the lake this morning, and yeah, and I checked the water temperature, and it was 74 degrees. Fat fish, but just about a quarter inch short. Oh well. Catching fish this morning, but they're just short. A lot of them just short. You know, they're fat though. I mean, they're 9.5 inches long, but 9.5 inches long, but they're, you know, they got to be 10 inches long or they're not legal. Daylight from daylight to about 8:30, when it's, you know, the gets slow like this, you can pick up fish, and then, of course after that you start slowing down. Now yesterday I could go out in the middle and catch some, but it didn't happen today. I mean, and I didn't see anybody hardly fishing in the middle. A couple guys was trolling, they weren't doing any, like I said, wasn't doing any good. But yeah, it's just waiting on another batch to come in the river and in the reeds out there. You can go out. You can go out on Little Grassy or go out on King's Bar or down there at Buckhead, and go out there first thing in the morning and jig a little bit. And if you start picking up fish, they're on their way in. I'm telling you right now, they're on their way in. But you go out there and you're not catching too many out there, then they're not. You know, they're not coming in. But we got another full moon coming up here, and there'll be some coming in then. And usually. December is a pretty good batch of them come in. Okay, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I've been sitting here for about an hour. I caught 6, caught 3 decent ones, and caught 3 little ones. So I'm going to try this technique this guy showed me yesterday, and see if it works. Yeah, I see some people trolling. They're catching little ones, but let's see if this new technique works. It's not new. People have been doing it for years. I just never done it. All right, let's pull this one in. Good day. It's cloudy and a little bit of chop on the water. I got a 3/4 ounce barrel weight there, then a swivel, then I put a split shot right on top of it, so the barrel can't swivel, or the sinker can't move up and down the line. And the swivel's right there. Then I come down here and put a crappie hook right there, and put a crappie hook right there. Then I put a weight on the bottom of it. So this holds it down, straight down, so when you're out moving around, it's not pulling behind you or pulling beside you. We'll see how it works. I've never done it. It's pretty simple, but almost like a Lindy rig, only instead of a Lindy rig, it's got a weight on the bottom of it. And you go all the way to the bottom, and you pull this fish in right here. This fish in right here. Okay, pull this fish in right here. If I can get him in here, there we go. Boy, he's cold. I think he's about 9.5. 9.5. All right. Okay, let's do this again here. The dreaded catfish moved in. I started catching catfish, one right after another. And then I had a couple, either bass or catfish on, and they broke my line. I mean, they didn't even slow down. It might have been bass, because they just took off usually a catfish will just pull it. Catfish. I caught several right there. Then I had several they were big ones. I couldn't even move those. But yeah, I got into a mess of catfish right there. If you wanted to catch some catfish right there, you set a trot line right there. You get all you wanted. One thing about it, they fight good on them ultralights or them crappie rods. I mean, you just don't pull them up with that 6-pound test. And if you're going to eat catfish, this is the size you want to eat right here. That's about the size you want to eat. If you get down to the fish market, that's what they got. I mean, I don't forget how much. Just $5 a pound or $6 a pound or something like that. You can get them already cleaned. Yeah. If I was wanting to mass fish this morning, I'd have kept a couple of them catfish and a few of them crappie, but that'd have been a meal, But yeah, I just didn't really want to fool with them. Didn't really want to fool with them this morning. I turned this little fish finder on, and the fish that were there, they just wasn't there anymore. They were gone. So, but yesterday or day before, they just lit up down there, but there's just not a lot of them there now. Well, had a pretty good morning this morning, guys. Caught some keepers, caught some short fish. Just a pretty good morning. The bite's not like it was 3 or 4 days ago, but you can still catch a few fish. And so anyhow, you get a chance, you want to pick up the Angler, guys. It's a good magazine. It's got a lot of good information in it about fishing in South Florida, and it's a good magazine. It don't cost you a dime. Go into a tackle shop or any sports shop or other even restaurants. Pick up the Angler, guys, because it has a lot of good articles in it. And it has a real good one this month here. But there's all kinds of stuff in here, guys. you know. There's my report on the speck fishing right there, guys, and the angler. So pick one up, guys. You know, it talks about over on the coast and what's going on in the lakes and the surrounding area. So it gives us, it's very informational. It really is.